I want to hear I'm sorry. I want to hear an I'm sorry from you.
Well, what Feeney sent me was it is that thing of like a parent. It's not that I was yelled at by Feeney. I got the I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed in you.
That hurts more. That really does hurt more.
I just couldn't believe that I was handled that way. How about you ask me like a day in advance?
Not a prima donna.
I haven't done it at all.
I asked you as soon as I knew myself. All right, so
I'm just not sure why you would do the show. It's so fine. You need to do the show. You do half a show, then no show. It doesn't make any sense to me.
That's
your ego, man.
I went on and on about candy flavors. It was a bunch of nonsense, just rambling nonsense. But then Jacuzzi Pete and his wife had there. It was a fine. Then
saved the show.
Then we were visited by the Ed, one of our favorite listeners.
Who's the? Oh, that guy, the guy with the fake. That guy. What did he bring to the party?
The Ed's terrific.
What did he talk about?
One of our dear friends from Vegas.
Yeah, you guys get along?
56-year-old man. Yeah, I always enjoy.
You guys hang out a lot.
Hang out?
Yeah, I've never met.
He lives in Las Vegas.
Never met. You've been to Vegas before.
I've not crossed paths with him. He's always nice enough to invite me to his barbecue. All right, we're not looking back, but what did we are looking back. We are looking back. Tell us how the people responded to last week's show. Are we better off? Because just to review, in the early days of Days of Thunder, now we've got a full 5 shows under our belt.
We're pros now. We're veterans.
As we look back, though, in the early days, there were some complaints. I don't mind saying about Feeney.
America's come around.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, America didn't like me.
Well, I kind of hid that from you a little bit.
Get in line, America.
But things are different. Listen, Derek, talking about episode 6, said episode 6 in Damashek was finally able to cut out the noise. The noise being Feeney.
Oh.
So that was on the bad side. But someone named Jen emailed us saying, I was on the fence about Feeney, but having a podcast without him, now I see his worth. I like the banter between the two Daves. Great podcast. So it was a very
Thanks,
much
Jen.
Jen?
Yeah.
Interesting. What's the name of your girlfriend again?
Cindy. Oh, that's your wife's name. Interesting.
Jennifer.
I take exception.
Yes, I like the idea that Jennifer writes in and does not change her name.
Well,
is she that dense? You don't think?
No, she was clever with the way she did it, though. She said, I was on the fence about Feeney. More importantly,
but you saw through it. You cut out the noise.
I was going to say more importantly.
There's phone numbers in the back of
about as important is how did the Feeney
are there more emails?
Jennifer?
You're jumping around.
We'll get back to those. I want to know how they received your lover.
They went wild for her. They went crazy for her.
Really?
Yeah. She was great. We had to sleep in different beds. That was the big thing. She had to sleep upstairs. I had to sleep downstairs. I'm a 36-year-old man. I had to sleep in a different bed than my girlfriend.
Really?
It was so embarrassing.
Even though
it really was.
Will the standard change once you start living together?
No. The standard will change when we get engaged or we get married.
If you're engaged,
yeah,
you can share
yeah. If I planted my flag, so to speak.
Yeah, well, I wasn't allowed to do that until I was living with my ex-girlfriend. Then we could share a bed in my parents' home. But yeah, we weren't allowed either.
Is that weird? And my father was constantly trying to get Jennifer drunk. It was very, very funny. Hey, want some more wine? They were drinking at noon. They were drinking at noon.
Really?
Yeah, that was Easter Sunday. Yeah, so they had the wine out. We had the ham out early.
All right, continue, Jacuzzi. So all went well, and now another obstacle has been.
Look at you pretend to care. What do you care? The problem is this is you feeling guilty, and I haven't gotten I'm sorry yet.
What are you talking?
Tell me I'm sorry.
Well, listen, I want to hear what the people say. I want to hear what the people have to say first. Maybe we stumbled into something important. Maybe you're going to get Wally pipped here.
Well,
maybe I'm sitting next to Lou Gehrig.
Wow.
The Iron Jacuzzi. Continue.
Well, I was not above criticism either. Tim from Oklahoma was very nice, saying, hey, great episode. Pete, you did a yeoman's job filling in. Good stuff. So I appreciate that. But then 1780s guy said, hey, who's the old fat guy? Bring back Feeney or at least some good-looking guy. That really hurt.
So what's the...
I want to hear some vitriol emails about Damashek. Do people love him or hate him? People hate him, don't they?
I
know I do.
The majority of people like Dave Damashek.
What do they say about him?
You know what it is? I think it's the disease of being a new guy. Don't you think? You told me once upon a time when you were the new... No, not true?
I don't think so.
People didn't hate you automatically when you did the Corolla show?
When you were on Corolla, how did they like you? When you?
Oh, that's ancient history. No, I mean, I think I just have. I think I have a regular guy likability, a relatability, and yet I'm also pretty sharp character too. So I work on two levels,
Pete's being. Are you done with your emails? I'm sorry, but Pete's being two-faced here because you were on my side. Because Pete and I were emailing a little while the other night, back around Friday. He's on my side. He was against you. He was saying it was your fault.
I think maybe there's a lot of finger pointing going around. What do you?
Can I read the emails that he sent? I actually saved the emails that he wrote me. Can I read these?
Yeah, I'd like you to read.
Pasted them.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I read? Oh no, hold on. We can get to these in a minute.
No. Let's do it.
Can I call a spade a spade? You're two-faced.
All right, let's hear it.
You want to hear these? All right.
I'd love
these
to.
are about 10 or so emails that he emailed me that Friday night. Because he was feeling really bad. Right? They start around 8:57 p.m. Dave Feeney, you were loved and important. Please be on the show Saturday. I heard you were annoyed, ANOID, that we wanted to record a show this weekend with you away, but I do not think we should do a show without you. Okay? Off the jacuzzi. Call if you want. Fine.
ANOID?
That's how we spell it.
Where did you come up with annoyed? That spelling of annoyed.
He's thinking of the Domino's Pizza
guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's at 8:57. 9:15. Made it to the tub, cracking open an Amstel. Once again, sorry if I hurt your feelings. I've been out of it lately.
Sorry I hurt your feelings.
Economy's squeezed enough. Speaking of, I need to borrow some more money. Can you do 3,000? I promise it won't go in my arm this time. Don't tell Damashek, please. 10:13.
No idea.
An hour later. 10:13. Third beer, starting to unwind. Going back and forth on this, but screw it. This whole thing with the show is Damashek's fault. I told him I didn't want to do a show with one Dave. He said, hooey. We don't need you. Tell Feeney to go write some jokes for Belushi. I said, we do need you. He again said, hooey. Ego alert. The wheeze is right. Damashek's become a problem. What do we do? That's at 10:15. Not 10:18.
Did you do that as you wrote that, as you were typing it? Did you?
From the jacuzzi. I had to hold it up high.
10:18. Where does DD get off? Between you and me, he's lost his fastball. He thinks he's bigger than the show. Newsflash, Shek. The star of Cheers was the bar, not Ted Danson. How do we fix this? Maybe Hitler was onto something.
Wow, that seems completely unnecessary.
Then he gets uglier. 10:51. Gotta lose.
Uglier than a
it gets
Holocaust
worse.
reference.
You see how he backs in? You see how he's all of a sudden he's on my side. 10:51. Gotta lose some urine, but don't want to go inside. Speaking of wives, which she wasn't speaking of wives. You can tell the beer had hit him. Dave's wife Cindy came on to me when he was in Vegas. Called me like 6 times. I passed, of course. Says Shek only wants it face down like in prison. And only in his trophy room. What a freak. I'm going to pee in the water. 10:53, 2 minutes later.
What a weird instinct. Now you're just rambling. You're
How many emails did I send?
As you can tell, the beer is hitting him. This is it.
But you're just rambling. Now I'm going to pee. Like, why would he even
Why are
care
you looking
about
at me
that?
like
2 minutes later, 10:53. I'm peeing in the jacuzzi. Jacuzzi pee. Ha! Where are you? 11:01. 7 minutes later. 8 minutes later. Here's a riddle. What's red, fat, and loves to hog the microphone? The Kool-Aid man at a freestyle rap contest. Oh yeah, and Damashek. See, I'm funnier than him. 11:14.
Pete, this is an attack.
It's down. 11:14.
Behind my back like this.
Haven't heard from you, Feeney. Don't let Shek do a show alone. I can't sit through another stupid jerk list. Shek, we get it. You hate people. Hilarious. Not. I work with Chris friggin' Titus.
Not thing. That's good. That's fine.
I work with Chris friggin' Titus. We need your fiend dog. I need you. Okay, when I read that, I was like, all right, I need you. All right, it's a little weird, but let's continue. 11:20, only a few more left. You were on a roll. 11:21.
Do you even remember
I don't
doing
even remember this. I
He
remember
was drunk.
up until about 9
that
o'clock.
hot water makes you extra drunk, they say.
But now he's been on the thing for over 2 hours. Now it's 11:21. Now here's where it takes a weird turn. 11:21. Beer and bubbles. The killer bees. Miss you, buddy. If you were in here with me, it'd be a lot more fun. You still seeing Jennifer? I hate her. Just kidding. All right. 11:24. 3 minutes later. Light bulb. What about Jacuzzi Pete and Feeney? Got a nice ring to it. Love you, sailor. Not in that way. Ha ha. Just kidding. Call me. Hold on.
Sailor.
Here's where it gets creepy.
What's wrong with you, Jacuzzi Pete? You're a weird dude, man.
11:47. Still in the jacuzzi, doing the beer thing. I promise I'm not touching myself while I blackberry. Just kidding. Ha ha. Now this is where it gets crazy. 12:05. Now he's been in there for 3 hours. Hey, Feeney, guess where my hand is? Call me so you can get me there.
What? Outrageous.
12:11. Not going to wait much longer. We'll have to be quiet. Don't make me beg. Talk me down. 12:18 a.m. 7 minutes later, in the most grisly email I've ever gotten, it just says the word Feeney, and then a bunch of numbers and letters pounded together as if he was like just kind of ham-handing the thing. And then 12:21, couldn't stop myself, used my left hand, pretend it was you. Damashek sucks. Good night, fag.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
So just to show you that, he's on my side.
Almost
literally.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
I think I blacked out there in the hot tub. I don't remember half of those.
That's a long time. What I like, though, I mean, even through a lot of the
outraged.
through a lot of the crazy stuff, I want you to hear me. A lot of that stuff was poignant. I think a regular segment on this show should be good jacuzzi thoughts, starring Jacuzzi Pete. Whenever he's in the jacuzzi, and I'm going to touch it. I know this is uncomfortable for you now, or maybe too comfortable. Whenever he's in there, just write down some thoughts, what you're thinking of. And he should come on the show and talk about it.
That's terrific. Yeah. Well, listen.
If they're anything like that, man, we're in for a good
talked
show.
about, we've talked about it. People have written in, and you can write into us. Damashek is my Twitter name, and we now have 2 Daves. Is it two, like the number two?
Number 2, Daves.
And then Jacuzzi Pete also. I don't know. Well, those are good enough.
Email,
I won't go on it.
People,
I never will.
And then, of course, there's damashek.com, and then there's the Corolla message board. Right. So there are a lot of ways to reach us, and people have suggested, as a matter of fact, a regular segment from the jacuzzi. Like we send them out there, we dispatch them live to report from the jacuzzi. Or maybe we should just give you a little handheld recorder. I mean, clearly you're busy with your hands in the jacuzzi, but maybe maybe you could record some random musings and bring them in, and we'll play them back.
Just something when the beer hits, not to interrupt, but when the beer hits them at the 4th hour number 4 in the jacuzzi, what those thoughts are, I think will be hysterical.
That would be great. So we've gotten that from some listeners, and as a matter of fact, with all these, we have a theme song for the show and everything, but the thing that's really seems to be coming together is are these Jacuzzi Pete theme songs. The one-man house band, Dick Banks is churning them out, and Jacuzzi Pete, you can scram, but while we send you off, listener Jeff Hagan suggested one, and so we took a pass at that. Feeney was against it for some reason. He said, I don't really think that'll work that well. Let's take a listen to that right now.
Jacuzzi Pete, Jacuzzi Pete, Jacuzzi Pete, Jacuzzi Pete. Looks like someone's grandpa, Jacuzzi Pete.
And I'm married to someone people refer to as grandpa.
There's his lovely bride, Nancy, weighing in on how he looks like a grandfather. Admit you're wrong. That was a good effort out of Dick Banks.
That was very good. And the guy who decided whose idea it was, that was terrific.
That was good. You poo-pooed
I was
that
wrong.
idea. I thought that was great, but you had one too.
Let's play that the next time he comes in.
What? You want to save that next one?
Let's save it. Let's save it for when he comes in again. I'm sure he'll be back again. Was I too mean on Jacuzzi Pete just now? Was that rough?
Listen, he did it to himself with
It's
those
time
emails.
to get you guys in line. I'm sorry. You're arguing with the best now. You're not arguing with Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, listen, that was eye-opening to say the least. What we just heard from Jacuzzi Pete in the jacuzzi late at night. Before we get to, but I want to get your friend on the line and we'll talk about some dating. But like I say. So you took your lady friend.
Yeah.
Her moving into your home is imminent now. She's going to live in your house.
Yeah, a couple more months.
And she's going to give up the apartment.
Yeah.
Or are you going to maintain the apartment as sort of a
I argued that I wanted for the first 6 months to have the safety net in case I get wise, or in case she gets wise, or in case I get mean and drunk. But no, she's going to lose that. She's going to lose the apartment, and he's going to move in. But in with both feet, I say.
It's nice. It's nice that you guys have you did a. The first test, or meeting the parents.
Was meeting the family. Yeah.
You've met her family. That went well too.
Yeah, they're terrific. They're terrific people.
About a year ago,
you've done that though, right? What was it like meeting Cindy? I mean Cindy's parents and that. Kind of
I was just going to say, about a year ago, for one of the kids' birthdays, we had my parents and her father and his wife all together, the 4 grandparents and and the kids. And it was just awful. We went to the zoo. I told that whole story, and everybody committed some sort of an offense. Well, last night